Canadian provincial and territorial postal abbreviations are used by Canada Post in code system of 2 capital letters, to represent the 13 provinces and territories on addressed mail. These abbreviations allow automated sorting. The codes replaced the inconsistent traditional system used by Canadians until the 1990s. These abbreviations are not the source of letters in Canadian postal codes, which are assigned by Canada Post on a different basis than these abbreviations. While postal codes are also used for sorting, they allow extensive regional sorting. In addition, several provinces have postal codes that begin with different letters. List of postal abbreviations. List of traditional abbreviations. Though deprecated as postal abbreviations, the following are still often used as abbreviations in other contexts. Some of the abandoned French versions included a hyphen. The eventual goal became to standardize all abbreviations into 2-character units. In French, with the hyphen, it became a 3-character abbreviation, yet, without it, conflict arose with U.S. state abbreviations. For example, a hyphenless TN became TN. NE became NE. Over time, the English forms became standard. Nunavut does not have a former abbreviation because it did not exist when these codes were phased out, though some abbreviations can be found in other works. Choice of letters. The sources of the postal abbreviations vary. Some are from the initials of 2 of the words in the name of a province or territory, while others are from the first and final letter or from the first and some other letter in the name. All of these names are based on the English form of the name, though they also correspond to their French equivalents in various ways. For Quebec and New Brunswick, the 2 provinces with large numbers of French speakers, the initials in both languages are identical. French equivalents of each abbreviation once existed. See traditional abbreviations. Avoidance of naming collision with adjacent countries. These abbreviations are fully compatible with the equivalent 2-letter codes used for states and territorial areas of the United States, because no abbreviations overlap. The policy of not overlapping adjacent country abbreviations, which helps the postal processing systems to avoid dealing with naming collisions, precludes use of NV in Nunavut and TN as a terre nouveau. Manitoba's abbreviation is due to U.S. states already having abbreviations in all of the letters of the province's name besides B. This policy later became a formal agreement between Canada Post and the USPS. The USPS changed the abbreviation for the U.S. state of Nebraska from NB to NE in November 1969 to avoid a conflict with New Brunswick. There are no Canadian provinces with names potentially overlapping any other adjacent country territorial abbreviations, such as SPM and GL. The Canadian policy of adopting non-overlapping abbreviations to adjacent countries was opposite to the policy adopted by Mexico, where 2-letter combinations were chosen regardless of whether that combination was already in use in the United States or Canada, for example, C.O. Kuaila, M.I. Michoacan, M.O. Morelos, N.L. Nuevo Lequiden, B.C. Baja California. Changes over time. Newfoundland and Labrador's abbreviation became effective October 21, 2002 to reflect the provincial name change from Newfoundland to Newfoundland and Labrador on December 6, 2001. In 1991, the code for Quebec was changed from PQ to QC. Nunavut's code became effective December 13, 2000. Before this date, but after Nunavut's creation on April 1, 1999, the abbreviation NT was used for Nunavut as well as the Northwest Territories. Canadian postal codes begin with X for both NT and NU, the only 2 territorial or provincial jurisdictions to share the same initial postal code letter. However, the new code NU was chosen to stem possible confusion and to reflect the new territory's creation. Sample of a properly formatted address. Source: Canadian Addressing Guide. John Doe, 27 to 1643 Dundas Street W, Toronto. Owner a M6 Car 1B2. For International Mail. John Doe, 1643 Dundas Street West Apartment 27 Toronto. Owner a M6 Car 1B2, Canada. Note that the street type, unit type, and city quadrant, if applicable, are abbreviated, without periods. Note also, for domestic mail, the lack of a comma between municipality and province territory, the double space between the latter and the postal code, and the single space between segments of postal code, all on one line. For domestic mail, this must be the last line of the address, while for international mail, it is followed by a final line giving only the unabbreviated country name. Addresses should be done in all uppercase without punctuation, and the unit number may follow street number, with a suitable unit identifier, for example, 1643 Adundasa Star Wyapta 27 using the above example. From the USPS website addressing international mail, address your mail correctly to be sure that it gets there. The last line of the address block area must include only the complete country name written in uppercase letters. Foreign postal codes, if used, should be placed on the line above the destination country. The following shows the order of information for the destination address: Line 1, name of addressee; Line 2, street address or post office box number; Line 3, city or town name, other principal subdivision and postal code; Line 4, country name. From the USPS IMM 122.1 destination address, to Canada, there must be 2 spaces between the province abbreviation and the postal code, as shown below between a €OEON a euro and a €OEK1 AOB1 a euro. The following format should always be used for destination addresses to Canada. Miss Helen Saunders, 1010 Clear Street, Ottawa Ona K1 AOB1, Canada. Notes: A. Commonly though unofficially YKISO 3166-2 lists YT as official. 1. C. Also commonly, but unofficially ALB in French. D. LB was commonly used for Labrador prior to 2002. It was an official code available for optional use in lieu of NF, and was listed in the Canada Postal Guide. See also, Canada Post, Canadian Postal Code, U.S. Postal Abbreviations, ISO 3166 February, CA, References.